Hello everyone, I wanted to talk about disabilities with people with autism diagnosis in mind, so now we will bring it over to Frank for more information.
Hello, I'm here with Dr. Paul, and he's curious about people with ASD.
So tell me, Frank, what is ASD?
ASD stands for People with Autism Spectrum Disorder. It means their thinking and functioning is different from yours. People with ASD have many different interests such as medical stuff and machines with moving parts. They can tell you anything you need to know about their interests. My interests are medical cartoons, reading the Bible.
Do autistic people have anger issues?
No, most autistic people are introverted people. They do their own things most of the time. They have a difficult time making friends, maintaining relationships. Sometimes with the communication difficulties can have a hard time dating or even expressing how they feel.
What if a non-disabled woman wants to date an autistic man?
That's no problem, Dr. Paul, although relationships happen as a two-way street, and the autistic person not knowing if they are liked or not, it's important for the other half to let them know so the autistic person does not violate any rules or laws.
That sounds like a unique way of looking at it.
So now I'll speak with Nurse Lizzie, and she has some questions for us today.
Hi Frank, can you tell me about personal space and autistic people? I had an experience before.
That's a good question, Lizzie. Autistic people like routines, and to feel like they can walk at their own speed or pace is good for them. Just please make sure you inform them you're coming up on them to make sure you don't startle them.
What about eye contact when talking? Sometimes I think it's impolite.
Eye contact is not impolite for someone with autism. They may see something that distracts them, a shiny object, a light for example. The most important thing is, Lizzie, is that you're not unkind. Always ask before judging. You might learn something new.
What about the changes with coronavirus? How does the autistic person cope with changes in routine?
Most autistic people like routines, but I can tell you things from my point of view. It's hard, I'll tell you, that loneliness sets in. Most autistic people feel like they are not a part of something. Mostly some that don't have families or friends to lean on. You can video call a friend to be there, and they'll answer, but most, if not some, autistic people suffer social isolation from no contact from people. Because it's difficult to understand social cues, and their way of communication. Always be respectful, be a friend, and look at their heart most of all.
How do I know someone has autism?
Sometimes you don't know, just please treat them like you would anyone else.
Do I force an autistic person to tell me how they feel if they look sad?
No, you can introduce yourself to them, let them know you're there if they need to talk, and they will come to you. Trust is a huge thing with autistic people. But not every person that has autism thinks the same way. I think that all I have for today. Thanks to Dr. Paul and Lizzie for joining us today.